we touched on it at the start of the show, Jace. Chris Wilder, he got sacked.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how do you feel about that?
It's a tough one because they came so close. I watched that playoff final against Sunderland.
Yeah.
And for the large majority of the game, they were the better side. They couldn't get the second goal. They had a great chance at 1-0 to go 2 up. And minutes later, Sunderland got the equaliser. And they took a bloody nose, mate. They didn't know how to deal with it. I think when you're Chris Wilder, there was a point in last season where they looked like they were cruising, or certainly should have been right in the hunt in the last couple of games to get automatic promotion.
Yeah.
And it was around Easter. They lost 3 games, I think, in quick succession.
Yeah.
And it took them right away because Leeds didn't slip up, Burnley didn't slip up.
No.
And that gap that was created happened very quickly, and it looked doomed after just a couple of defeats. Then they suffered another one.
They needed Jurix in goal,
and
didn't
they did need Jurix in goal, mate. They did.
They needed the windbreaker at the back.
Yeah. And deck chair at the back might have saved a few things. But listen, it's a results-driven industry, you know, and they've not got themselves back at the first time. And really, when you look at the league table and you look at the two sides over the course of the season, Sheffield United should not have stayed in the Championship, and Sunderland should not got promoted. But that's not how football works.
No.
That's the beauty of the playoffs. It gives you a chance.
Yeah.
They swept aside Bristol City in both games. There was a sending off at Bristol City away in the first game. They won both legs convincingly. I have to say, I thought they'd make mincemeat of Sunderland.
So did I.
And the way the game went over the certainly the first hour, they just couldn't get the second goal. And you know what football's like. Unless you get the second goal, one's never enough, mate. It's never enough because it keeps you in the hunt, the opposition. And once they got the second goal Sunday, made a couple of substitutions. When they made those subs, Sunderland, they got like a punch on the nose, and they didn't know how to deal with it. And Sunderland, in the end, I mean, there's a brilliant late goal that they scored. Brilliant individual goal. The ball was given away. Who gave the ball away? Centre forward for Sheffield United. I can't remember his name. Welsh boy. Anyway, I can't remember his name. Anyway, he gives it away. But it's a brilliant bit of creativity. Individual strike, gets on his right foot, bends it in. And they never recovered, mate. And I think when you look at Chris Wilder, what he's done there, he's done well, but they should have gone up. That's how they look at it. Sheffield United, over the course of the games they played, the 90-minute that we saw against Sheffield United, Sunderland, they should have got promoted, and they didn't, and that's hard to take. So they start again, which looks like they're going to do. Yeah. Chris Wilder's, he's done well.
Get another job, that's for sure.
Get another job.
Yeah.
But, he's a Sheffield United legend. So,
yeah, I know. I'm surprised. I thought it was a bit harsh, but yeah, that's what
they should have. Realistically, they should not have been beaten by Sunderland. Look,
we're going to look ahead to tomorrow's Club World Cup action, discuss some of the latest transfer rumours. Just as we wait for Ben Jacobs, there's a video of Trent Alexander-Arnold open up his new life as a Real Madrid player. They're playing Al Hilal tomorrow. Out of his first few sessions, comments from the Real Madrid official Instagram following the training session says it was high quality. The ball moves very fast. Obviously, it's a lot different to what I'm used to in terms of players and the style of play, but it's good, and I'm enjoying the change and being part of it. It feels really good. I'm happy to be here, to be honest. Look, we know he's happy to be there. We get that.
Was that in English or Spanish?
I think it was in Spanish. Yeah, it's very good.
Duolingo.
Wow. Yeah, it's Duolingo. He must have worked hard on that.
Well, yeah. He's had time over the last 2.5, 3 years, hasn't he?
Yeah, it's a difficult one for him, right? Because he's a Liverpool legend. Everyone's got the hump that he left and went to Real Madrid.
Liverpool fans will tell you he's not a legend. There are Liverpool fans that will tell you he's not a legend. One of my best mates, a Liverpool fan, he's not having it.
Well, he's not a legend.
No, I'm telling him he is.
Yeah.
But because he's left, they're all a little bit hurt, aren't they, Liverpool fans?
No, he's a legend.
I think he is, because he won their first ever Premier League trophy. He done what he did in the Champions League, that game against Barcelona. I mean, we all know that goal for Origi.
Yeah.
That brilliant piece of individual creativity, just something that not many players on the planet at that time could have seen that move, and he done, and without those moments of brilliance. He's won them everything, mate. He's won 2 Premier Leagues for him.
Yeah.
He's won the Champions League.
He's a legend. I don't care what anyone
He's won the Super Cup. He's won everything to win. I get the pain. I understand how it must feel. But the truth is, Liverpool dropped the ball as well. Look at your own club. Look at the way it was run. How did he get himself in a position where he had not just 24 months left in his contract, not 12, but 6?
Yeah.
Right? That's what you got to look at.
I agree with that one.
Good luck to him.
Yeah, Andy Robertson, he's been linked to Atletico Madrid as well.
Well,
he'll be getting a nice send-off though, won't he?
Yes. Kirkes is coming in. Kirkes is a great signing.
He's a really good signing
yes,
for them.
Yeah, he's one of the best left backs in the country last season.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I agree.
he's and you and I. So I spoke with Perry Groves last year. They signed Frimpong, right? So Frimpong's more of an attacking wing back type player as opposed to. So's Kirkes. Kirkes can play. He can play full back or wing back. Pair of them love to bomb on. I joined him with a slot.
Might play 3-4-3.
Well, or a version of it. You know, might go with a 4, but have the wing backs or the fullbacks pushing on a little bit like he did with Trent and Robertson under those days at Klopp, where they just run riot down the wings. Yeah. And it was just that high intensity, you know, heavy metal football that used to call it. Yeah. I wonder whether the slot might be looking to do something like that. Because those two fullbacks, mate, they're not sitting. There's no way those two are. So, they're exciting times a little bit.
It is going to be
Slot's come in and manage what he's got with him within the squad and win the title. You know, brilliant from him. I just wonder he'll now be thinking, can I now put my Arne Slot's imprint on the team that I've taken over and slightly mould it into the type of football I want to play?
Yeah, I did see some of the Real Madrid training, and Alonso was obviously getting involved, and it looked sharp, mate.
Yeah, it's going. I mean,
I think we're going to see a different Real Madrid team.
Well, yeah, I think we have to, mate, because they won't put up with that again, will they?
No.
You know, getting dumped out the Champions League, finishing behind Barcelona, winning nothing. No, they won't put up with that again. So they have to come again. And to be honest with you, mate, you're only ever going to see good stuff on social media, aren't you? Not going to show the pup stuff, are they?
No.
They're not going to show shots blazing over the bar and hitting corner flags.
No, they're not going to do that. But it just looked sharp.
Yeah, okay, yeah, fine. And look, we will get a chance to see what this new Real Madrid looks like.
I'd love to get some of your old training.
Well, mate, that's good. I used to cut people in half, mate.
Jesus.
I'd love to train against you, mate. I'd have gone right through.
Mate, you wouldn't have got anywhere near me.
Mate,
I was sharp in training.
Mate, elbow around the back of your ears, mate. You'd be turning around, be moaning, shambles. No. You'd be punching the floor.
Jace.
Shambles.
I would have had you on toast, mate.
Can't run with that legs. Can't run with that legs, mate.
Oh, this leech. Oh, dear. Where's Ben Jacobs?
Where is BJ?
What's going on here?
What's going on? He wants 2 more minutes, does he, BJ?
Mate, he's got no chance. Pep Guardiola's apparently still talking, so he can't get out. So we might as well just...
Have I filled his slot?
You've basically filled his slot. Look, Chelsea are at the Club World Cup. Mm-hmm. I've seen a couple of pictures. The attendances don't look great, but the Chelsea one obviously was one that made headlines over here. Yeah. It was at 3 p.m. on a Monday, so...
Yeah, I don't know how much it's captured the imagination of the American footballing soccer public. I don't know what's going on over there. We spoke to a few people. The first game got 60-odd thousand. The Chelsea game didn't attract many. The kickoff times are built for obviously America as well, but okay, the rest of the world. Some of these games, I mean, Chelsea's last group game kicks off at 2 o'clock in the morning, UK time. So that, you know, there's going to be Chelsea. I don't know Chelsea fans that have gone out there, but I think the tournament will probably really get going once you get to last 16 quarterfinals. That's where they'll get rid of all the dross.
Yeah,
get rid of them. Get rid of Auckland. Get rid of all the pup. Right. Once you get rid of the pup, then I think it will then capture certainly an interest in this country from Chelsea and Man City fans, because
I know, but if it's just European teams, you know, like in the semi-finals and the final, like, it's just like, what's the point?
Imagine if you got like Real Madrid, PSG in the semi-final. You got Man City against, I don't know, Inter Milan or whoever it might be, or Chelsea against, I don't know who else is out there. Whoever it might be, right? But once that happens, I think you'll then start to Boca Juniors maybe. Then I think you'll start to see a little bit more interest in it. It's his first tournament. I think it's a tournament we don't need, to be honest with you.
No.
I don't think the footballing community needs this. The FIFA put it on. It's there, it's in the calendar, it's taking place. We're watching now Bayern Munich slap.
Did they win 10-0
against Auckland?
10-0?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
Like the Club World Cup.
I know.
We've got a 10-0. Like, what's the point?
Well, they're part-timers, Auckland, aren't they?
No, I know.
They're not, and that's the problem they're going to have. It's a little bit like when I first started watching the World Cup as a kid growing up, and my first World Cup remember was 78 in Argentina. I remember watching there were some countries out there that didn't even know the rules or the laws of the game. There were some horrendous things going on. Now I think most...
how good's Elise?
Yeah, he's brilliant, mate.
No, seriously, how good's this?
It's a wicked goal.
Like, he scores so many good goals, Elise, doesn't he?
I know, but he makes everything look easy. Everything does. His first touch, second touch, pass, cross, shot, whatever it is, it makes it look effortless.
He's underrated, I think, how good he actually is.
Well, I'm not... He's Ben, but have that.
Whipped one in the
just beautiful. What was I saying? Yeah, I remember watching World Cups as a kid growing up.
Did you just say, what was I saying?
Yeah, and I remember World Cups as a kid. But there's always a nation that kind of got slapped, or you still sometimes get that a little bit. Don't you? You do in the Champions League. There's always one like whipping boy.
Yeah.
They can't help that.
No.
And I don't think it does the tournament any favours, mate.
Okay.
10-0. When was the last time you saw an international game? A 10-0 defeat. I mean, maybe
a lot of international teams now just know how to defend, don't they? They just sit in. So it's not as bad as it used to be.
It doesn't make it.
We're gonna wait for Ben Jacobs. We'll try and get him on.
Are we?
Yeah.
No, shall we not? Should we just...
No, well, we can't help him. He's Pep Guardiola's.
Well,
if he's talking,
you can't
just leave, can you?
We're doing live radio.
I know, but
who's more important? Pep or... Yeah,
it's probably Pep. So that was a look ahead to the Club World Cup with DAZN. Watch every game of the FIFA Club World Cup live and for free on DAZN. Sign up at DAZN.com.
The Sports Bar with Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. Monday to Thursday nights from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.